because that's what takes us to our next story. Less than a couple of weeks ago, Change Healthcare, that's a subsidiary of United Health here in the Twin Cities, it was hacked. And the hackers claim to have stolen 6 terabytes, that's a lot, worth of medical information. This has been causing all kinds of problems for hospitals, pharmacies who couldn't get paid from insurance companies, and for patients who couldn't get their medicine. But now Wired is reporting that United Healthcare might have paid the hackers a $22 million ransom payment to get their data back. The article claims $22 million worth of Bitcoin was sent to the hacker group called AlphaV on March 1st. And it cites experts and a hacker who believe this payment was a ransom paid by our own Minnesota's United Healthcare. So Gordon, check this out. He likes this kind of stuff. Gordon, what'd you find out?
Well, I reached out to United Health to see if they could confirm this ransom payment. I got a short statement from their media team that said, "We are focused on the investigation and restoring operations at Change." So no confirmation, but the company also isn't disputing these claims either. If this payout really happened, cybersecurity experts say it's one of the largest payouts in history. And million-dollar payouts happen more often than you might think.
There's a good possibility that we're seeing the second largest known ransomware payment in history.
Few people are closer to ransomware cases than Bryce Austin with TCE Strategy.
My company has worked a ransomware engagement where the initial demand was $8 million, and regrettably the payout was over $1 million.
How often do these companies and organizations pay the ransom?
Getting this information is challenging because most companies don't want to talk about it. We saw a wonderful example of a company paying versus not paying late last year in Las Vegas, where both Caesars and MGM got hit by the same group at almost the same time. MGM chose not to pay, but they've openly said that the disruption cost them over $100 million in lost revenue. Caesars chose to pay, but they paid $15 million instead of $100 million.
Austin says, according to many industry sources, that $15 million payout is the third highest ransom payment in U.S. history. The speculated $22 million payment involving Change Healthcare would be number 2 if confirmed. And Austin says number 1 is a $40 million ransom payment from the insurance company CNA Financial a few years ago.
Do these payouts create a concern that it is encouraging more of this behavior?
If every company refused to pay flatly, the issue of ransomware would go away. My company's worked instances where we had 800 jobs on the line. And as distasteful as paying a ransom is, there's a reasonable argument to be made that having 800 people be out of work is even more distasteful.
Is it possible that there could be other big payouts out there that just haven't been made public yet?
Oh, absolutely. Most companies don't want to advertise that they've fallen victim to this type of attack.
Austin says in many cases, private companies don't have to disclose whether a ransom has been paid. And even with public companies, that information can be difficult to track down. The issue of ransom payments could be more widespread than we know.
Could this just be the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, that in the years to come, those payouts could continue to just get bigger?
It was common to see ransomware in the tens of thousands of dollars 5 years ago, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars 2 years ago, and now in the million and multi-million area is becoming more and more common.
Another concern is where this ransom money is going. According to several sources online, this ransomware group, AlphaV, also known as Black Cat, is connected to Russian organized crime. And millions of dollars can buy a lot of high-end computers, pay more hackers, and other types of equipment that could create even bigger problems down the road.
Well, Gordon, that was absolutely terrifying.
You're welcome. It wasn't my intention, but that's the situation that some of these companies are finding themselves in right now.
You know, the sci-fi novel going on in my head is, how do you even know that, like, the hacker's not going to come back and say, that was a nice 22, I'm going to need 20 more to finish this deal?
Yeah, that's definitely a concern. I mean, these are hackers, criminals. They're not exactly honest all the time, so they could just take the money and run. You just don't know that.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much, Gordon. Appreciate it.